The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh man, hold on, wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. Still got people that listen and like the show.
Look, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddammit. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right, your hands are tied. Jerk, pass me the duct tape. Motherfucker. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this. Tie it a little tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Fire. I think somebody lit a cigarette. Nope, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. Still radio fan, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel top. They campaign like a bass singer. So if you're mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that hurts me.
Alright, you sons of fucking bitches! Happy fucking New Year!
Damn, happy fucking New Year.
It is a happy fucking New Year, man. Beginning of 2015.
Yeah.
So spread your cheeks for the.
We did that.
Or spread your rears at the beginning of the year. God damn it. Well, coming back with us, we had her in 2014, and now she's on with us. First interview of 2015. It's Miss Toy. What's going on, Miss Toy?
Yay, what's up, y'all? Real Talk Radio back on it with I Am a Warrior Part 2.
Yeah, and she brought a little extra reinforcements this time. Legendary rapper Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good?
Man. So, okay, my biggest first question first of all, sounds like you guys were doing too much New Year's. That's why you're not here tonight?
Pretty much.
And you didn't share any? I was like hoping, they're going to be bringing, their party favors through here and,
Well, you know how that goes, I know you guys are full. First of all, from how you started the show, I know you are off the chain right now.
Well, you remember how we are last time you were on. So, but...
yeah, but it's a year now.
It's a what?
It's a new year now. It's time to get turned up.
I know. And it's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
So, but, okay, my biggest and first question for real is, how did the two of you even hook up? What's the deal? What's the occasion?
I love it. I love it. This is why we probably didn't get to come in the studio. You probably would have just known already off top. This is hip-hop history right here,
Oh, okay. Hip-hop love history?
The real love in hip-hop.
Oh, you guys. So, wait a minute. You guys, are you guys an item? Is he knocking them? Is he knocking them walls out, Miss Toy?
Knocking the walls down.
Is that what's going on? I'm just thinking about. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck this.
Do I need to tell you? Yeah. How many ways I need to tell you? This is the real love of hip hop. I told you this ain't no show. This ain't a reality show.
Wow.
This the real deal, though.
Okay. So, just funny, man. Two separate generations, and you got.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
Wow.
Once the sword was unsheathed, it was just very difficult to to turn that away.
Okay.
Actually, what was the coldest part is that he told me literally we met 20 years ago and I didn't talk to him at all. So this is probably what happened.
Wait a minute. Now, can we translate this here? So when he said sword is unsheathed, meaning, so you pulled out his dick and the rest was history, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Once my drawers were off and my dick was out, Toy whooped it on me, and the rest is history. Oh, wow. Dead-ass silence. Hold on for a second. You guys are cutting out there. Give it a second. What were you saying?
This is the sad part. You ain't played damn song. You ain't played one song yet, but you already know how my new year came in.
I bet it.
That's why you're breaking up right now, because you're too nosy.
I bet it came in more ways than one. So, anyway, well, all right. So, with the new album, Warrior Part 2, I'm assuming Raheem must have produced a few tracks on it, maybe? I mean, the tracks you sent me, obviously, he didn't do. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We've got... What's going on there, Jerkman?
I have no idea.
Huh.
It sounds to me like it's a Skype issue.
A Skype
just
issue.
Not picking them up.
Shit, okay. Yeah, we're not hearing you guys for some reason. Should we try to get a better connection?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now you're there. All right. All right. So go ahead and answer that question. I'm sorry about that. So, Raheem, did you have any part to play on this new Warrior Part 2 album? God damn, they must not want me to know the answer to this question. Oh, fuck. Okay. Damn. Maybe we should try to see if we can get a better connection on them, huh?
The only way to do that is to call and hang up again. But if it's in the Skype, it may not matter.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's after New Year. It's a weekend. People are still probably winding up and talking over Skype, and so it's just probably a lot of pull on the whole, infrastructure of the internet.
God damn. You think they make that shit a little more sound?
Well,
better structured. So, all right. Well, you know what? Maybe we should, fuck. I say we may have to recall them.
All right.
Let's do that. Let's jump into another. You know what? We'll jump into a song while we're doing that. How about that?
We can do that.
Let's. This is the first one. Deal with it, and this is a nice track. So here we go. Deal with it, Miss Toy.
I don't give a fuck, cause I'ma get my paper. I'ma do this game how I want, I'ma fly ass chicken, I'ma see y'all later. Just in case y'all mad and they eat y'all up, and my body is so damn high. Y'all know my fans love me and they know that I'm gon' rock the spot. I'ma ask y'all names one time, do y'all think I'm gon' stop this shit? Cold things, I'ma shut y'all down, cause y'all know I'm not listening. And I'm not having it, I'm with the R from the I and the ING. We are the city of champs, and you know that you wanna join our team. See, baby, I can do this. Better get back, I'm smashing. Better lean back, I'm stacking. Better get that, I'm the grandest. See, damn, I'm known by the real one. Better own it, never outdone. Wanna know how the W came back? It's how the West was won. Deal with it, 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 deal with it. I'm putting everything on the line. You ain't never met a chick this fly. The West was won, cause we stayed up on our grind. This how the W came back, this how the West was won. They threw me up in the mixture, and then I beat the storm. They knew that I would get mine, letting up until I get my way. Y'all know this girl, Miss Toy, that up and smoking, we run LA. They know everything going up, don't miss the screw how we run this town. In Southern California, we cruise the coast to the sun go down. They wanna see the LAD ride, they wanna get the green and stay high. They wanna touch a bank and stay right, but we finna launch and take flight. See, baby, I can do this. Better get back, I'm smashing. Better lean back, I'm stacking. Better get that, I'm the grandest. See, damn, I'm known by the real one. Better own it, never outdone. Wanna know how the W came back? It's how the West was won. Deal with it, 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 deal with it. I'm putting everything on the line. shit don't stop. Get it. Know that girl Miss Toy stay active, never dramatic. Blocking the static, spitting them lyrics like an automatic. West ain't worried about nothing, I got it. West ain't worried about nothing, I'm at it. Been rich, fuck the fame. Me and Biggie Mac ain't about no games. Worldwide, wood, love, part of the reason the West done changed. Been right here, the West ain't back. Here, bitch, flowing on them platinum tracks. I'ma put everything on the line. Gotta deal with it, don't waste my time. See, baby, I can do this. Better get back, I'm smashing. Better lean back, I'm stacking. Better get that, I'm the grandest. See, damn, I'm known by the real one. Better own it, never outdone. Wanna know how the W came back? This how the West was won. Deal with it. Never met a chick this fly. The West was won, cause we stay up on our grind. Baby, I can do this. Better get back, I'm smashing. Better lean back, I'm stacking. Better get that, I'm the grandest. See, damn, I'm known by the real one. Better own it, never outdone. Wanna know how the W came back? This how the West was won. Deal with it, 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 deal with it. I'm putting everything on the line. You ain't never met a chick this fly. The West was won, cause we stay up on our grind.
Yes. Deal with it. Miss Toy off the new album. That's I'm a Warrior Part 2. We got you guys in this time? Oh, hell nizzle.
Yeah.
Oh, we got you there now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now there you are. Okay. All right. So anyway, now, again, let's see if we can get this question answered. So, Raheem, did you have any part to play on this new Miss Toy album? Can they hear us? Maybe. You guys there?
Sounds like a major delay reaction going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That something's delayed. You know what? Are you guys listening through the speakers? If you're listening to the interview,
I think they're going through a phone, I'd imagine. Maybe.
Being too kind to us at the moment, so you're going in and
Yeah.
Something's going on there.
Well, they're cutting in and out.
Yeah.
It's just probably a bandwidth issue that, is probably a lot of people texting, logging, so.
Fucking A.
May not work so well.
Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. Okay. Oh, fuck. I don't want to have to. Oh. All right. Yeah. Well, basically, if you guys are listening to the interview, please turn it down. That's part of the problem because that happens too, where it gets delayed. So,
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah. Our Wi-Fi connection wasn't being too kind to us, but I think I may have remedied it. So
yeah, you sound crystal clear now.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Good. Okay, for the millionth time, Raheem, did you have any part on Miss Toy's new album, Warrior Part 2?
No, not on the new album, but her third album. We have a collaboration together.
Yeah, that's funny. So you guys go way back like that, huh?
Well, as it were, I tried to meet her about 20 years ago. We were both attending the same event in Atlanta, and I approached her, but maybe she had a lot going on, or maybe she was in a hurry or whatever, but she didn't really have time to engage me at the time. So we connected via Facebook last year. And we stayed in contact, and I was living in New York at the time, and then I just recently moved to Vegas, and she's right in LA. So we've we connected. We've been connected since December of last year.
Well, see, if you move to Vegas, we can have you come in and hit the studio one of these days then.
Yeah, I live in Vegas now.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, then we definitely, because we're in Vegas, obviously, so we got access to you then. So,
yep, absolutely. Yep.
So, at the time in Atlanta, she didn't want to pull the sheath off your sword.
Right. She wasn't ready.
Gotcha. Wow. So obviously we played that first track. Deal with it. Miss Toy, you got anything to say on that track? I mean, was there what was your when you were recording that? What was what was it?
That's my boy Binky Mac did that track for me. We set everything up a year prior to me dropping part 2, and he made some really high tracks for me. And he's from All From the Eye, and I'm from Inglewood, so it's all good when the family come into play and we do music together, because that's what it's all about. So he tailor made that song for me, and it ended up saying to me, deal with it. And so that's like one of my singles. And I also shot a video. I'm getting it edited now, but I shot a video for that song too. So I really love that song. Shout out to Binky Mac, Off from the Eye. They just dropped their album earlier last year, and I'm on that album too.
Okay. So you can hear you on that too.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. It was something I was just about to ask you, and it left me. It's Alzheimer's. Shit. No, it's funny because it has a kind of a real Southern vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed. So which I guess, and obviously the whole album, is the whole album kind of like that, or what would, for those interested in picking that up, what would you say about it?
I think my album, the first one is a classic. I have features from Ice Cube, Yo-Yo, Sugar T, Yuck Mouth, and it's my classics. One of the songs was on, Bud's House. But this album, really, I want to give them 16 bangers. I have, 8 different producers that I work with. And everything was a little different, but it was tailor-made for me. So I don't think of, the down south version. I just think about the world enjoying this record, you know what I mean? And just having a good time with a female dropping. That's what I was thinking, Hopefully they get a chance to listen to the female producer that's on my record. She did the song You Can Think, and the last song on the album called, I Walk In, I Rock Out, So I've been blessed last year in 2014, to have a bunch of new producers who work with me and actually make it on my album. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oh, you know what it was? I was going to give you shit because you sent me a radio edit.
Of what? Which one?
Of Small Thing to a Giant.
Oh, damn, I didn't mean it, but that's how it is on the album. I didn't mean to send you that. I'll still send you the dirty version of that one.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm like, all of a sudden I'm listening to it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes. I just kind of put both on the album, because that's how it is on the album, because certain stuff that I know people going to really love, I'm not worrying about that. I want them to play that shit. But I was in the cursing version in your inbox immediately.
Because I'm thinking, like, did she forget what kind of show we do?
No. Actually, when I sent the songs, I wasn't thinking about it being the clean version from the album. I just, when I looked up the song and pulled it up, I didn't think about it. But yeah, now that you say that, of course, I have the dirty versions, because it's nothing to a giant,
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what about that track?
That Small to a Giant, my boy Key Cal sent me that track first, and he asked me, did I have my own production team, sometime in March, and I was like, I do have my own production squad, but if you send me something, who knows, we might end up getting a single. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? I said, but I don't want people to overwhelm me, so he just sent me that one song, that one track, and I sent him Small to a Giant, and now he got I Mean on my album. I mean, it's just certain producers who really know how to work with female artists. You know what I'm saying? So Small to a Giant, I performed that at the West Coast Hip Hop Awards last year, and killed it. I was proud that everybody understood, what's going on, because this shit is small to a giant. Just like the mess ups and stuff be happening. I can't even worry about that shit. At least we still on the air,
That's exactly. We still made it work. God damn. Yeah. Well, and it's kind of funny, because you don't hear, I think I told you this last time, very many female artists out there. You mentioned female rappers right now, and they're going to say, what's that white girl's name that everybody loves?
I don't even know.
What the fuck is it?
About the one All About the Bass or whatever?
Yeah, that one.
I'm not the one to give you information about these hoes.
Ziggy or Iggy or some shit like that, something like that. Or, then there's what's her name, Nicki Minaj or whatever. You know, I don't feel if they're really representing it for females. But now here we got you. You're coming in here. You got your own label. You know, you call your own shots, and this is what I was giving you props on last time. And fuck, I mean, why don't more females follow suit?
Well, now, they don't want to follow great leaders, you know what I'm saying? People follow ridiculousness, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when I'm over here shining with my own stuff, everybody else still scrambling, wondering why they don't why they don't know how to get to the top. You know what I mean? I'm on the top if I'm running my own program. So nobody's going to cap me and tell me what my top is, because I'm going to run the show and I'm going to be happy regardless. So if everybody else want to go try to run behind people and go in their studios, then so be it. I'll just be at my studio recording, and they can send the money to PayPal like they've been doing.
Well, I don't know. It just seems like there's no real push, you know, for strong females. God forbid, you know, you want to be a strong woman. It's kind of like, you know, they'd rather suck dick for a record deal, and, you know.
I know. It makes it look bad for certain women that I know that are really powerful, like my homegirl Cliche in Houston, Texas. I mean, my first time being on an independent level was after I was signed with Universal, and after September 11 happened, I went to the South, to Houston, and I watched my homegirl press up her own CD, record herself, and I couldn't even do nothing but come home and be like, you know what, I got to get on my grind. So she bought me for my birthday a couple of years ago my own shrink wrap, because she was just like, you need to be pressing up your own CDs. So from that move, I started hustling, trying to get on TV. You know what I'm saying? So once I did my first Verizon commercial, I bought my studio, finished getting everything together, and that's how y'all got I Am a Warrior.
Wow. Well, actually, it was Malik who turned us on to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, you know, I'd heard you on some stuff, but then all of a sudden he had you there, and I was like, oh, shit. Kind of like how you just brought Raheem in this motherfucker, man.
I know. You know, this shit will get cold. You feel me?
Exactly. But because you remember there was a push back in the day. You had Yo-Yo, you had Nikki D, you had MC Light, you know, who
Lauryn
else?
Hill. You had Foxy Brown, Lauryn Hill, E. You had a lot of people.
I'm not even thinking about them. They were kind of like, I'm thinking about the women that actually had some self-respect.
Yeah, I'm just saying you had a lot of other different women, and right now you only have one at a time. When you just saying all the different women, you had a list of females who was actually being pushed by labels, A&Rs, companies, you know what I'm saying? And now, why aren't they pushing the females?
Yeah.
What is going on? Or is it the females that's not pushing themselves?
You know what? Shit, where's my bell, Jerkman? There it is. Thank you. He dinged it for me. Yeah, basically that's what I was saying. There's a lot of women that aren't pushing themselves because they're happier with, well, I'll just sit back and, you know, and get a fur coat and diamond rings, and, you know, I just got to give a few blowjobs a week, you know. And
the things, yeah, the little things that don't really add up later on, yeah.
Right. Because like I said, the women I was mentioning before, you know, they had self-respect. You know, Queen Latifah, MC Choice, you know, what's her name? Lyanda from BWP, you know, so.
Listen to the names, though. You know what I'm saying? Times have totally changed from names starting with Queen and MC to Minaj and, you know, dumb stuff. Like, for real, if you not gonna pick your name for something that you're gonna do for the rest of your life, you know, it should be something where people can respect it, or even go back to later and say, oh, yeah, I remember this. I love this. You know what I'm saying? My name is Toy, so I didn't go into this rap thing trying to be somebody else. I just made sure the miss was in front of it, just to know when I come in here, I'm going to shoot you down like a nigga by my mouth, but I'm telling you, I'm going to look just like a lady, and you're going to treat me like that. So the miss is definitely something that I wanted people to understand, that I come in here to get my respect, and I'm going to get it. And, you know, people haven't seen me in a relationship really in this business like that. You know, you did mention my ex, but I'm not, you know, happy with the way that turned out at all. But I am happy that we broke up so I can get to my real life. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
did you want to speak on that at all, or?
Oh, no, I'm very happy as far as, you know, how I've conducted my business and my personal life in this business. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have an exclusive interview here tonight, which I haven't even shared with anybody really in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and you guys will see more You know what I'm saying? Instead of us talking about it, you'll just see what we have in store, you know?
It's a hip hop love story. Actually,
unfolding right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the hip hop. I'm drawing a blank now of like a Knights of the Round Table plus a love story type. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously she's a warrior and pulling out Raheem's sword and.
Oh my goodness!
Man, he's really stuck on that, isn't he?
And he's stabbing her dragon.
But listen, he's in there cooking for me right now, so be quiet. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, damn! You got him cooking?
Yeah, he's a gentleman and a scholar, so you know it's not just about that part. Even though
You know what? I don't knock that at all. I think that's great. And you know what? When we're gonna jump into the small thing, but a small thing to a giant track right now. And we come back, I got some questions for him because, I want to include him in the interview too,
Exactly.
So we're going to play this, and when we come back, I'm going to talk to both of you guys some more.
Okay.
All right. We're just trying to get this up here. Getting our swords up.
Hey, let's go. Let's get it. Geo. The warrior, how you mixing up all your syllables? The rhyme so fanatic, I'ma give you a minute so. They're organic, but I see you been trying to clone. When I take flight, you gon' see what she really on. I see when they've been hating, but they don't wanna try me. And I'ma tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. Money over everything, I got 'em all buying. I'm hot like fish grease, you know she been frying. Top of the line, y'all keep them bottom feeders. They hear they game in the streets, they ain't been no readers, no independent thinkers, no type of leaders. Tell them about your girl history and they repeat her. So much gossiping, but not about the real shit. So much time was spent, but still look at your image. Watch ya, the warrior on them billboards. Your girl Miss Toy, sharper than a two-edged sword. I hear you causing ruckus, acting all defiant. But let me tell you something, that shit is small to a giant. I know that you've been lurking, we see that you've been spying. But let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. I hear you causing ruckus, acting all defiant. But let me tell you something, that shit is small to a giant. We know that you've been lurking, we see that you've been spying. But let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. We know that you've been lurking, we love it that you spying. We know you in the back of the club, we see you hiding, trying to take a moves and trying to rock a style. I got a million more for your ass, so calm down. Off top, I get them every time. Ain't fucking with a line for line, I stimulate your niggas' mind. And he think your girl is fine. Damn, no competition. I make them all spin they bread and keep them all wishing. I keep it sexy, but they don't test me, they rock with me. My goons see you talking too long, they come and get me. If they don't see you spending no bread, they block them quickly. Cause money talking bullshit, walk, they acting shifty. They hear you causing ruckus, acting all defiant. Now you done met your match, you're fucking with a giant. The game need the truth and we see that you've been lying. But let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant. Let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant. Let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant. Let me tell you something, that shit is small to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, nothing to a giant. Let me tell you this, shit is small to a giant. Always gotta know and keep up with what I'm doing. My way into paradise is all that I'm pursuing. You know that I ain't losing. You see I'm all on cloud nine. You see the hard work paying off by the way I shine. You see me with my gold squad, so you don't wanna try me. You know I'm about that 92 Rodney King riots. You keep playing them little leagues. I've been working with giants, securing each other's cooperation, your compliance. You don't know nothing about this. Stacking all them power chips, keep cashing them in so me and my team can win. That's why we X you out. You ain't on this paper route. Keep talking about a drought. That's not what we talking about. We stay up in them paper lanes. Didn't mean to cut you off. Had to downsize my circle so we all can be a boss. Yo, it's bigger than this rap shit. My biggest investment is buying this equipment. I hear you causing ruckus, acting all defiant. But let me tell you something, that shit is small to a giant. I know that you've been lurking, we see that you've been spying. But let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. I hear you causing ruckus, acting out defiant. But let me tell you something, that shit is small to a giant. We know that you've been lurking, we see that you've been spying. But let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant. Let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant. Let me tell you this, that shit is nothing to a giant. It's nothing to a giant, it's nothing to a giant.
It's nothing. Nothing to a giant. We got Miss Toy on the Skype. Well, we're going to be in the building, but they're on the Skype. And Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You guys there?
Yeah.
All right. So, Raheem, man, I got something something to admit to you, man. There's another rapper out of Houston. He was actually one of the original Ghetto Boys. And I thought he was you for the longest time.
Right.
Did a lot of people do the same thing?
Well, I am aware of the person, the other rapper by the name of, he calls himself Raheem the Dream.
Oh, no, not that guy. There's a third one. There's Raheem the Vigilante, Raheem Beishan.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't aware of him, but, you know, it's all good. I'm not, I do know for a fact that I'm the first Raheem in hip hop.
Oh, no doubt.
And I got my name from a legendary R&B singer. His name is Raheem LeBlanc, and he was the lead singer of the group GQ that made that song Disco Nights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's some history. Oh, you know what it may be? It's the way you guys spell. Because I think the guy from the dude from Texas is actually one of the original Ghetto Boys. Before Scarface and Willie D and all those dudes, it was him and Sir Jukebox, whatever. But he spells it Raheem.
Yes. Okay. So that's the one that I'm familiar with. Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's Raheem the Vigilante. So, and actually, and when I looked at your page today, it's Rahiem. So
yes, that's right.
I didn't realize. But well, how come you chose a name like that, where everybody was, you know, Disco D or you know, Big Money K or what, you know, how come you chose a different kind of direction on that?
Well, initially, before I got to be a member of the Furious Five, I was in another legendary group called the Funky Four.
Plus one more.
well, before they became plus one more, they actually became the Funky Four plus one more as a result of me leaving their group and joining the Furious Four. And then when I joined the Furious Four, we became the Furious Five.
Oh, wow. So
and that, the Funky Four battled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four May 11th, 1979 at the Webster Avenue PAL in the Bronx.
Oh, fuck.
And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Four, they were the premier group at the time. And the Funky Four and DJ Breakout and DJ Baron were their heir apparents. And so they won the battle, but they liked the way that I did my thing so much that a few days after the battle, Melly Mel and Scorpio of the Furious Four came to my mom's house and asked me if I would be interested in joining their group.
Oh, wow.
and so that's how that wound up happening.
It's crazy because now, you know, you're really confused because you have, what is it, Melly Mel and the Furious Five.
Right. That was the idea of the Wicked Witch of the East, Sylvia Robinson, former president of Sugar Hill Records. She wanted to, you know, create dissension among the group and did it very well and played divide and conquer and influenced Melly Mel to add the title Grandmaster onto his name to to confuse the audience because Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel's brother Kid Creole, and myself had left Sugar Hill Records and got a deal with Elektra, and so thus creating two different factions of the group.
Oh, so that's what went on.
Yep.
Okay. And so was the track Step Off, was that a dig at you guys?
It absolutely was, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought, man, because listening back to it, I'm like, okay, wait, something's weird. So I always wanted to know what went down there.
That was a great read on your part.
Wow. And, I noticed, too, listening to some of the albums, you're right, the members had changed. What was that one? You guys had a song, well, it was like a porno song, something about I pull my car out the garage, I'll scare the shit out of girls.
Right, my big black caddy.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
So it was that album. It seemed like you guys had some different, it wasn't the same, same crew, same setup.
Right. It was different personnel. We had a guy named Levon, who was actually a friend of mine, and I was instrumental in helping him to become a member of the group when the original group was split. And then there was a guy named Broadway, who got in the group via Grandmaster Flash. And then we added a pop locker by the name of Larry Love, and that was pretty much it.
Wow, man, this is some real history here. Now you guys performed at a Freestyle Explosion out here in 2007. Were you on that?
No.
Okay, so what did they do?
No, that was probably Melly Mel and Scorpio, and then whoever else they brought out to pose as the rest of the Furious Five.
Oh, yeah, they probably figured it's all a bunch of white people that came to this shit, so we're not going to know the difference.
They'll never know, right? Exactly.
I mean, it's true though. It's kind of the mentality, like, oh, they're not going to know. Same thing with with Sugar Hill,
Exactly right. As long as they perform the group's hit songs, it really doesn't matter who the audience sees on stage performing the songs, as long as they do it in such a way that nobody knows that there's a few imposters up there or whatever. I guess it's all good.
So I guess so.
Yeah.
So, but what was the deal with you in the battle with Sugar Hill?
I wouldn't necessarily call what we did with the Sugar Hill Gang on Showdown an actual battle, because with all due respect to the Sugar Hill Gang's recording accomplishments, they were or they are a great recording group, and they've made some great songs or whatever. But as far as being legitimate MCs and having a following before hip hop was embraced by the music industry and corporate America at large, I think that overall they were not of that demographics, and so therefore it would not have really been a challenge for us to battle them as MCs, MC to MC, recording artist to recording artist. That's something else. That's that was for the public, and I think that at that particular time that record was it was apropos, and it gave the public, I guess, some semblance of what a battle was like. We certainly didn't resort to pulling out our nines after the concert and shooting at each other. So I think that in the spirit of the competitive nature that hip hop was essentially meant to be, I think it was a good thing.
So, yeah, like you said, you guys are in your own lanes. It's not like there was any competition. For instance, like, let's throw out, say, Ice Cube and Big Daddy Kane. They would never battle each other per se because they're kind of in their own lane, but they're both dope MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, It was kind of so. Whose idea was that then to make a track like Showdown? Was that another record label ploy?
Yes.
To,
Yes, that was another record label call. Anything that we've ever done, that was seemingly against the grain, was a record company call. Wow. Even the recording of the song, The Message, like The Message. It was actually a spoken word piece prior to us recording the song, and it was presented to a few other Sugar Hill recording artists prior to us actually recording it. And none of the other groups wanted to record it. And at the time that we recorded it, we didn't want to record it either. But Sylvia was like, this song is going to change your career. And at the time, the hottest song on the planet was the song by Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock. So we wanted to record a song like Planet Rock, in which she allowed us to do that. And we recorded a song called Scorpio that's on our album that kind of, gave you that electronic.
That was way different than anything you guys ever did. I remember that track. It almost had a video game feel to it.
Yes, exactly.
So,
yep.
And which actually was very almost West Coast, man, because that's kind of what the West Coast was doing with, Egyptian Lover and a lot of those guys that were doing the electronic voices, the robot voice, MCADE, groups like that. Well, he was Miami, but
Well, to be honest with you, that sound from Planet Rock, that initially derived from a group called Kraftwerk, which was from Germany, and they made a song called Trans Europe Express, and all of the DJs that pioneered hip hop, DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, DJ Africa Bambaataa, Trans Europe Express was a very popular record for them to cut up at our parties. So when Africa Bambaataa did Planet Rock, that whole sound was pretty much indicative of the European sound at the time, and then we adopted it in the Bronx, and then it kind of spread to everywhere else that actually made that their official sound.
Kind of made their way out to wherever. In certain places it stuck.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we're coming to the end of the hour. I'd like to keep you guys on, but what we're going to do is we're going to play two of your songs back to back, two Grandmaster Flash tracks.
Okay.
One is It's Nasty.
Okay.
And the second one is New York, New York.
Okay.
Oh, these are good songs, man. So I gotta run these. So we're gonna let those play. You guys hang on with us, and when they're done, we're gonna come back and talk to you some more.
All right. While you taking a break, we cuddling.
You do what you do.
All right.
To rule. The things are clean inside the cool school. We're the chiefs of relief, contain the wild beast. The finesse of the west, the masterpiece of the east. The balls of cars, the lord of afford. The ones with the platinum vocal cords. We're the science of desire with a magical might. The monarch of the dark in the night of light. We advertise and specialize in the exercise that will energize the young ladies' thighs. Cause all the fly guys, nature's to rise right before their eyes. We're the earl of the world in the air of flip. The duke of dare, the mayor of debonair. Got fine, drink wine, keep dancing, dine. Got a first class female, oh so fine. Hey baby, whatever you do in life, girl, I just want you to always be to the bridge. And keep on shaking that thing and watch you swing it and swing it and swing it. I never saw mysterious vibe that's rocking the house. And everybody say play. Say play. Well, okay. Everybody come on. People call me crazy, people call me sneak. Just because I'm nasty, they call me a freak. I am coming over to your house tonight. Promise to you, baby, that I'll do you right. I'm nasty. Just let us rock you. Watch your girl and watch your wife. I got the kiss of death to touch your life. Cause I am the man they call Scorpio. I like a fly girl that don't say no. Hey girl, grab my hand, hold on tight. Don't you worry about a thing, Rahima do you right. I'm a men's fret, a women's pet. There ain't a thing in the world that I can't get. It's the history books or the picture show. It's the golden voice on your radio. I'm the rapper, never preacher voice of solid go. I'm playing the role, they call me King Creole.
And I'm the Romeo of the nasty show. All the ladies in the place to my house we go. Thinking in the desert just to make you move. Cause I'm cowboy and I got the groove.
It's DJ Flash, cut so mean. And he wanna know your favorite jeans. It's Jordache, Gloria Vanderbilt. Maybe it's Sassoon. How about Sergio? Could it be Calvin Klein? What is it?
Back to the bridge, y'all.
I just need you to shake that thing. Just keep on swinging and swaying and swinging. Like dynamite before it blows. Police the bear with a big chest go. Ba-boom! Everybody, shake your body. Keep moving and grooving and screaming and shouting and helping us turn it out. And everybody say play. Say play. Well, okay. Everybody get up. People say it's dirty, people say it's wrong. They talk about our music like it's a nasty song. It's nasty. I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. Just let us rock. You got waterbed seats in my limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean. I tour around the world to make the people dance, and here's a little message for the ladies in France. Je m'appelle Melly Belle, donnez-moi la petite mademoiselle. Donnez-moi sing, donnez-moi cease, donnez-moi oui, no cease. I'm seeing this girl that I just adore. I'm seeing this girl of what I never saw before. The way she was swaying and doing the swing, I had to let her know just about my thing. I'm the imp. N-E-double-S. Come on, the fly girl, and put me to a test, and I'll rock you until you give me the rest. I keep on it until you start the fest. Raheem, in your life, what more can you ask? I bet you can't think of a greater task. I make my light shine on your cloudy days. You can surf if you want to on my waves. I caress your soft body on those mellow nights. A continuous thing till the morning light. It's reality, it's not a dream. It's something less than the best when it's from Raheem. Now it's my turn, so understand that I'm the King Creole and I'm a ladies' man. I don't have a lot of women hanging on my sleeve. Only one fine lady that you better believe. It's like Annette, her name, and that's the truth. I give a lot of things up before I turn her loose. It's just her and me, and that's simple and plain. And that's the only way I run my game.
Well, I'm a cowboy and I'm the real McCoy. I'm chopping all over like an almond joy. Bow-legged cool brother, and you will agree. On top of the world for the ladies to see. Gonna hip, gonna hop, gonna rock the spot. Gonna make everybody wanna rock, rock, rock. Gonna do it to the east, wanna do it to the west. Gonna make you relax right up on my chest. Grandmaster Flash is willing and able. He's the king of the cuts on two turntables. He's the grand, the master man. He's so nice with his hands. He don't need no
team. I want to tell you about the people who selling dreams. They're disguised so your eyes won't recognize the kinds of people who are always telling those lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
stop lying, because you're always telling those lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Lies, 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 lies.
This morning, about to break the dawn, and I decided to turn my TV on. I didn't even get to put my feet out of bed when those lies came rushing into my head.
Buy my product, it's new and approved. The one-time offer that you can't refuse.
You say you lie, you steal, and if you steal, you cheat.
And the two shall set you free, so stop telling those lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Lies, 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 lies.
The stories they tell are strictly fictitious, and even their alibis are suspicious. Out to use, love to deceive, and believe they got tricks back up both sleeves.
Can't trust your friends, they can't trust you. They can't run and tell Mom cause you lied to her too.
They always front and they lie to be heard, so when they open up their mouth,
Don't listen to a word, it's lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Stop lying, because you're always telling those lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Lies, 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 lies,
The
lies.
promises you make, you never keep, and you contradict every word that you speak. If everyone you lie to, you try to avoid, you grow lonely, old, and paranoid.
Now you wanna go straight, but it ain't no use, and you feel you're not lying, just stretching the truth.
but that's just another tale, and the truth prevails. 'Cause we know that your words for
So
sale.
stop telling those lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Stop lying,
because you're always
telling those lies.
and you know who you are, so you better
Lies, 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 lies.
Now one of these days it's all gonna hit you. Those lies you told, they gonna catch up with you. You can try to get slick and run down a line, but you can't fool everybody all of the time.
You won't just mislead a lie out of need, but the lies that you tell you really believe.
Like the boy who cried wolf, your words are untrue, so give it up, homeboy, the joke's on you.
I'd advise you get wise and not fantasize. Don't think you pull the wool down over my eyes, because your game is weak, so hang it up on the shelf.
Cause lying to me is like lying to yourself. It's lies.
And you know who you are, so you better
Lies, lies.
Okay. You know what? I made a mistake. We actually played Lies. There's an album cut for you.
Oh wow.
You know, and what do we have? We have anything? We have New York left, Jerkman?
Yep.
Okay, so that's coming later. Okay, so what we did play is we played It's Nasty and we played Lies, and I knew you'd appreciate that because that's an album cut, man.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So,
Wow.
you know, Miss Toy, I was got a phone call while we were on break, and a buddy of mine, Renacy, who actually does our intro music, has an artist that was interested in collabing with you. So I may, suggest you guys on Facebook, and you can work from there.
Okay, that's awesome. I love that type of stuff.
So, and that's now. Are you two going to collab on any stuff in the future? Maybe lyrically.
No, we're already, that's already in the making right now. We have a really good single for my third series of I Am a Warrior. And then we're working on one of my artists that I'm about to sign with Geo Entertainment, my label. Her name is Isabel Requena. And Raheem and I are going to executive produce her record. So sometime this year you'll be hearing, and she's also on that single that we're on together. So it's a lot of things in the making for this year.
Okay. So you'll be coming back and forth. Actually, really, with technology, I guess you won't have to, huh? So wait, all right. Let's get personal for a second here again. A lot of people have the thing with the long distance relationship. So how you making that work?
We're not long distance.
Well, I mean, right. I think initially, we were long distance when I was in New York, and she was in LA. But now, since I'm in Vegas and she's in LA, we don't really look at that as long distance, and we're taking the necessary steps right now to even close that distance. So,
Raheem, what you were supposed to say on that is, I just got a really long dick.
Well, you know what? That's true too. But I just didn't want to, didn't want to javelin throw that one out
Real
there.
talk radio.
That's something I would have said. No, but I mean, eventually, Toy, will you be making the move to Vegas or vice versa?
That's my baby right there. So I'm gonna do what's best for us.
Wow. Yeah. Well, see, and here's because I'm always talking about that. There's even a Facebook group that I'm in right now called Dating 101 again, and that's come up in the group several times about long distance relationships and can they work, and I had one myself, and it was great, but it just couldn't maintain. You know what I mean?
Right. You either you have to have either a lot of patience or a lot of money or both.
Well, there we go. That's that's why it didn't work. You know how patient I am, Jerkman.
Yeah, he's so patient.
So, but well, that's good. And you guys obviously, you're trying to make this work from where you are. So, it's nice, and you're both, But here's the thing too, and I've always thought like, if I ever start dating when I start dating again, I kind of would prefer somebody who's not even interested remotely in radio, because I don't want them being a part of this shit, because the last time I had somebody do that, they kind of tried to take over and kind of, saw it as a couple thing, and it just got messy. So,
I think like my past situation, of course, he wasn't involved in the business, and that was like a problem because I banned him from a lot of stuff that I was doing. But I really would like the support. You know what I mean? To have that support is like you just never know. Like, I'm not a control freak. I like sharing things. So when it's time to go make some money, I want to be able to say we made that money together. You know what I'm saying? So that's where people fuck up at. If they taking over and trying to be control freaks, I mean they only thinking about their own pocket. Right. And this is a together thing. If I'm gonna be with somebody, it's a long term thing. It's not just for what's convenient for me right now.
So really, I guess the key is, it's not about the interest necessarily, because obviously you're both recording artists and you guys both produce and do all that stuff, but it's more, being able to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Share the wealth, or share the spotlight, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, myself, I've been with one other industry person, and I always vowed to myself that I would never engage in any intimacy really with anyone in the industry. But my viewpoint has since changed, because everyone that I've dealt with outside of the industry just had no clue as to the struggle, the sacrifice, the benefits, and just wasn't really down to ride it out to see the great things that were that eventually wound up happening, and so it just makes sense to me to connect with someone who is like-minded. We have a lot of the same interests outside of music, and like we have a great connection. Like we laugh like damn near till we cry every day together. Like whenever we're together, we maximize that time. And
don't start whispering and saying stuff. Don't start. He has many offices. Just put it that way. Anyway, so let's go back into what y'all trying to do? What's the next move?
And when you make them come real good,
That's what I want to hear.
On here, I'm trying to send him back in the kitchen.
Yeah, see, this is the things I want to know because obviously, we just hear your music. I'm like, okay, does she scream loud? Does she do, dig her nails in your back? What'd she do?
Y'all men always wanted to know about me, huh?
Well,
tell y'all a little something.
And as a male and a consumer, when we're listening to a female artist, and especially if you're talking on a song about something sexual, I mean, we're thinking like, damn, well, how would that person be? Because we do fantasize, and the same thing with females. I'm sure they do the same with, male artists. I'm sure you got chicks that are just jamming some Grandmaster Flash, got...
Somebody mama did, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Wow, somebody's mama did. God damn, you're making the dude sound old now.
But it's so cool, and that's what they got to understand is that somebody really jammed this music at a time. You know what I'm saying? And it's hip-hop history. It's not like you want to reverse the time.
Right.
I would rather be with somebody that's more mature than someone who doesn't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? So I give respect to the veterans and, you know what I'm saying, the people that really, paved the way for me, to be in this game and to be real.
Let me ask you this, okay? Because obviously you probably, sort of grew up on Raheem's music. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Grandmaster Flash. So is it crazy that now you're actually dating the dude?
It's not crazy to me because I know the power of like really connecting to the universe. But I'm sure it is crazy to somebody else. Like if you would look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? I never really looked at it like that, until we got closer and closer and I just started looking at pictures and, just looking at his, how he evolved and, it impressed me, you know what I'm saying? And to see who I'm with now today is just like, this is someone who survived hip hop and now he deserves a great life with a great woman,
That's wild. So shit, I might have somebody that I jam the fuck out of and, years later be like, wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy because,
What do you think about him jamming to my music and then trying to meet me one day and then I just ignored him?
We got to hear that story. What happened there?
Yeah. Like I told her, when we reconnected last December, a mutual Facebook friend connected us, with the intention of us working together musically, and we immediately connected romantically. All right, so but rewind 20 years prior to that, when I was trying to put my bid in for her little hot ass in Atlanta at the Jack the Rapper convention, she wouldn't give me the time of day. I said to myself, you know what? 20 years from now, I'm gonna be fucking hotter than I was even 20 years prior. And she's gonna want me, and when I get her,
oh my God,
she's gonna pay.
Wow! So it's kind of like a thing when you're in there, like, yeah, bitch, please listen to my demo. She was on some please listen to my demo type shit. Like
exactly.
Wow.
She was on some please listen to my demo shit, and I had to pay her back with sword.
Like, yeah, once I get up in the walls, I'm done.
Yeah, all of you guys.
This is probably the wrong show to come on for that kind But but that's interesting, because a lot of times, a lot of rappers discuss, you hear it a lot in, say, Biz Marquis, some of his shit, like with the Vapors or, even Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince had a track called Don't Even Try It, about chicks that, wouldn't give them the action and whatever. And, truth be told, 20 years later, the old grudge kind of disappears. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
right. Well, you know what? I was never I've never been the kind of person to be like mad or get belligerent. Like when women, if I approach a woman and she didn't give me the time of day, I'm like, all right, cool, you know. It kind of just built my character and made me revisit my approach. And so like nowadays, like my approach is just it's it's what it should be to approach a woman like Miss Toy. And I guess 20 years ago, when I approached her, then I guess my shit wasn't polished enough, but it's extremely polished now. And plus, my sword has.
Bye.
She's polished your sword for you.
Bye. Hello. I gotta sit him out when he start getting into the.
I love this sword talk, man. You know.
It's too much. This is real talk radio, though. We got to keep it real.
Man, exactly. So, it's funny, too, because in a lot of, you read books like the one by Corinne Steffens, and you think all these industry relationships are just dysfunctional and fucked up, and everybody's using everybody as a stepping stone. And obviously, in this case, this is that's why I love doing this show, because you see things up close and personal. And you see that this is a real relationship, that you guys actually do care about each other. And, it's kind of nice to see the other side.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it for a year. And, now that we're together more, it's like, I mean, when I'm on the radio tonight, why wouldn't I bring him on? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how I think. And, I think it worked out great because I think, a lot of privacy sometimes turns into chaos because people start guessing and start wondering and start, making up shit. So you can't make up nothing, at this point. It's like, it is what it is. And, I wasn't in a relationship for 4 years. So it's nothing that if somebody mad, shame on their ass. That's their damn problem. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I have nothing to explain to nobody, and I don't have no regrets. So,
I got to be honest with you. When you told me you were bringing a special guest, the first thing I thought was, because you got so many rappers that love to do the coattailing thing.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to bring in some guy. Oh, this is my little brother, little Bobo or something, So, I'm like, okay, well, who's this guy? I'm trying to get info out of you. And then you tell me it's, Raheem from Grandmaster Flash. And that just blew my fucking hat back.
I knew it would. I was so happy that she was just like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was perfect for me because, I think that's what, the radio is all about. I mean, not to say that I am a warrior is not the catapult of this interview and to say, that it's not important. But I think that the details make people more interested in buying your product,
Right.
And if they know a little bit more about my personal life, maybe they'll get it. Like, I would love to support her. She's doing her thing. She's independent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I need love too, so I'm thankful that somebody did take the time to try to figure out how to communicate with me because I am a bitch and I don't want just anybody talking to me, and saying whatever they feel like it, but, it is what it is. I'm in the rap game and I'm pretty tough about it, but I still want somebody to love me unconditionally while I'm doing this shit too,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it kind of drives the passion a little bit,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does. It does. It keeps me fresh with fresh ideas, and especially when somebody really loving you good. It's ain't no telling what kind of hit I can come up with. You know what I'm saying?
Although it's kind of funny because I would think that maybe it seems like when you're pissed off, you make your best shit.
No, not all the time. Because I'm a creator. I'm a writer, so it doesn't matter what I'm going through. I can be going through the saddest stuff and maybe write something crazy. But if I'm happy, I can kind of write more stuff that'll reach everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm angry, I'm only going to reach the angry motherfuckers who mad like me. And everybody not mad. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you reach, like, You Can Do It is a happy song. Always look at it like this. You Can Do It is such a hit because it makes everybody feel good. And I feel like I can't stop doing music until I have my own You Can Do It because I deserve that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That song has been a hit for, damn near 15 years. And here I am in this business putting out albums right now just so I can capitalize on my own royalties and, be proud of what I've accomplished in my legacy. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm riding with somebody else who's on top of their game, we learning a lot from each other too, as far as royalties and, publishing, and that's where the money is. So, if God put me in the right position and in the right relationship to not just be dumbed down, and also be more educated, then hey, I'm going to ride with it because I cannot fail in this game. I will not.
You make a good point because so many people think being the performer is where the money's at. But obviously what you're saying is, you know, doing the production, you know, owning the label, this is where the money's at. This is where you really want to be.
Yeah, this is where you want to be. This is how you get hired to do other jobs. See, when people just see you as the artist, they know that you don't make a lot of decisions. They know you don't invest the money. They know that you don't have anything to offer. You're not valuable enough. But hey, I've just put out 2 records in 1 year. I work alongside with all of my producers. They have all of their credit, publishing credit. All of the songs are registered through BDS. And I want all of us to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working as a team with a great staff that can also go and promote me on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And we all take the ball and we pass it around and do what we're supposed to do instead of me working so hard for my producers, working so hard for the whole team. You know, we all work together. And I think that's where people fail at when they're trying to do labels or group things. Everybody's not working on the same accord and they get fucked up. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's a very, you know, when am I going to get my shit? When am I going to do my thing? You know?
No, people want to be the star. And sometimes I could sit back and watch a really talented artist be the star. And then I can get up there and get the mic and people will really recognize and respect who I am too. But I appreciate great music and great talent. So if I'm not the only celebrity in the building, that's okay with me. I know that the people really enjoy having me around and knowing that there's other females in the game that's still sharp and on top of their game. So
we need more. We really need more. I'm telling you. You know.
We need sharp ones though. We need the sharp bomb ones.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not the ones that just come with their boobs hanging out and everything. It's look easy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I know you're a warrior, but you need an army. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like mine, like you guys. You feel me? That's why I had to call you because I'm out here on another, like, my personal life, but my album just came out. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure I touched bases with you guys because I really enjoyed the interview we did, you know, in January, you know, at the top of the year when you guys brought me on. I really like y'all's show. It's so real and raw. And it's the type of way I think that my fans are going to understand what's really going on in my life instead of sugarcoating shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just put it right in their face.
Right. I mean, you're hearing everything. Even hearing about your closest bedroom encounters.
Oh, my goodness. You guys have some exclusive shit tonight.
We do. So, I mean, with this whole warrior thing, is that part of like a role play sex thing too, you know?
No, you know, my warrior is the business lady who trying to go get it. And then, you know, Miss Toy gets to be Toy Keon and just be sexy and not even worry about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Wow.
I get to play 2 different roles and that's it, you know?
Huh, man. Well, you know what? We're going to jump into another track here, and one more Grandmaster Flash track, and this is my favorite track by them because I didn't want to play the message, but I want to play something comparable, and this is New York, New York. So we're going to jump into that real quick, so you hang on with us, and we'll be right back.
All right.
What time is it, man? 2:30? Oh, okay, so we got to speed this along. Yeah, I definitely want to. Is my mic on? Yes, it is.
New York, big city of dreams, and everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around. Too much, too many people, too much, too much, too many people, too much. A castle in the sky, 1 mile high, built to shelter the rich and greedy. Rows of eyes disguised as windows, looking down on the poor and the needy. Miles of people marching up the avenue, doing what they gotta do just to get by. I'm living in a land of plenty and many, but I'm damn sure poor, and I don't know why. Too much, too many people, too much, too much, too many people, too much.
A man's on a ledge, says he's gonna jump. People gather around, said he won't, he's just a chump, cause he lost his job, then he got robbed, his mortgage is due, and his marriage is through. He says he ain't gonna pay no child support, because the bitch left him without a second thought. He got nothing to eat, no shoes on his feet. She even left his clothes out in the street. He keeps hearing noises when he's at home. He always hears voices when he's all alone. His wife took the kids, the car, and the crib. In this man's world, so much for women's live. New York, big city of dreams. But everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around. Down in the village, you might think I'm silly, but you can't tell the women from the men sometimes. They're sugar and spice and everything nice, but when you get them home, ain't no telling what you find. Right next door is a little old man. I seen him eating dog food out of a can. He says, I got to eat when I can't afford meat. I barely can stand on my own 2 feet. I got a bad habit and I just can't break it. Something's on my mind and I just can't shake it. I need some time and I want some space. I gotta get away from the human race.
Too much, too many people, too much. Too much, too many people, too much. Staring at the skyscraper, reaching into heaven, when over in the ghetto I'm living in hell. Just play ball or be an entertainer, cause niggas like me can't read too well. Nobody loves me, nobody cares. I dream about a life, but I'm living in a nightmare. Paranoid, schizo, setback, snowbound, bad news, psycho, heart attack, breakdown. If only I could sleep just 10 more minutes, I might find the strength to make another day. If I didn't have to get up and do my thing, I would probably sleep my whole life away. I messed up a nice dream, something about ice cream, whipped cream, fruits, and a cherry on top. Now I gotta get up and face the world, The pressure is on, it ain't never gonna stop. I sure gotta learn to use my mind. I don't wanna be kissing nobody's behind, just standing online looking like a jerk. Gotta get off my butt and do a full day's work. I ran into a pothole, got into a car crash. Should have been thinking to try to fake whiplash. A crowd gathered round, they're calling me fat. Who you looking at with a face like that? New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around. On 42nd Street, looking for some action. Women standing on the corner selling satisfaction. One young punk just leaning on the fence, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Really is a prankster, try to be a gangster. A real big wheel when a gun is in his hand. Just to the stick up, just got picked up. One dead punk, killed by the man. New York, big city of dreams. And everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around. Too much, too many people, too much. Too much, too many people, too much. A baby cries and the mother dies, and the tears fall from the doctor's eyes, because in this room on this day the good Lord has given and taketh away. The gift of life really means a lot, and in the ghetto your life is all you got. So you take to the streets trying to exist in the trash and slime of a world like this. What you watch on TV tells you what life is supposed to be, but when you look outside the only thing you see is a poverty-stricken reality. Abandoned places, angry faces, much hate and hunger throughout the races. You say I'm grown and I'm on my own, so why don't everybody just leave me alone? Now you stay at home, talking on the phone, doing 90 miles an hour in the 50-mile zone. They never took the time to tell you about sex, so you had to learn about it in the discotheques. 9 months later, the baby is there, and the nigga that did it said, I don't care, you don't have enough money to help feed two, so you have to choose between the baby and you. The sky was crying, rain and hail when you put your baby in the garbage pail. Then you kissed the kid and put down the lid, and you tried to forget what you just did. The muffled screams of a dying baby was enough to drive the young mother crazy, so she ran in the rain trying to ease the pain, and she drove herself insane.
New York, big city of dreams, but everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around.
Too much, too many people, too much. Too much, too many people, too much.
What's happening, man? You should see these bad girls. I got work in the corner.
Hey, yo, baby, come here, man. Give me a little. Let's try to get some money. Hey, yo, y'all know this dude? Look, he coming
right here. Let's rob him, man.
Oh, yeah.
No, leave him alone.
Hey, Slick, you know your way to Sugar Hill Records?
Hey, man, that's in Jersey, man. Come here, man. What's up?
Hey, man, watch out.
Yo, man.
I'm so sorry.
New York, big city of dreams, but everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I know my way around too much. Too many people, too much. Too much. Too many people, too much.
New York, big city of dreams. Oh, man. I love that song. There's so much passion in that shit, man. That's probably one of my favorite Grandmaster Flash tracks, honestly.
Okay.
So, you know, it's funny, too, because we were just talking about, you know, how you guys make your own music. You know, I mean, obviously this wasn't just some guys rapping and a dude with some Technique 1200s scratching and making beats and shit like that. You had guitars and keyboards in there.
Yes, that's correct.
So who was doing all that? I mean, did they hire musicians? What was the deal with that?
That particular song, New York, was produced by the guy Duke Booty, Ed Fletcher, who produced the song "The Message," and he's a accomplished musician, and he played all of the instruments that you hear on the song, and you know, we pretty much had the Sugar Hill Band at our disposal, which are a bunch of world-class musicians. In fact, the bass player Doug Wimbish plays for the Rolling Stones on a regular basis. And, you know, just we had Dennis Chambers, who was the drummer for Parliament Funkadelic for a while. We had Keith LeBlanc. He's also a world-class drummer. So we had some very talented cats playing behind us. It wasn't just like a ragtag bunch of corner you know, musicians playing behind some chicken wire.
You know, it's funny because that right there dispenses that whole myth that I used to always hear. Rap isn't real music. They don't play any instruments. You know, I used to hear that all the time.
Well, I'm in a live band called These Nuts, and Mr. Payback, he played for so many different great artists like, you know, Barry White, Tina Marie, Ray Charles, and, you know, but right before Tina Marie passed, he just did a bass line on her. But the majority of the music that I get from Payback is tailor-made music, and, you know, they work with a lot of different instruments, and most of my producers can play everything. So when you're talking about hip-hop, you know, Miss Toy in old school, you're talking about real, genuine live music, you know?
That's funny. Now, These Nuts band, is it you guys just play live? You don't have any albums out, or what's the deal with that?
Well, These Nuts, we play live, like when it's time to go on tour and things like that, you know. We don't have a record, but Payback is a part of my live band, you know what I mean? We put the other people together. He does the bass and keyboard. So Payback is really the reason why I have these albums out right now. So when we talking about These Nuts, we have some things in store. You know, he's working on It's My Harley show right now. We're waiting on the network to give us a green light. So you'll hear a lot of my music on this show called It's My Harley. It's about, you know, Harley Davidson's being, you know, that most people love riding motorcycles and stuff like that. I'm pretty much just a fan of anything that gets black people together. You know what I'm saying? In a positive manner. So if the bikes got us all together, put us on TV, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
What kind of music is it that you guys do? Is it like funk or rock, or what do you do?
Oh yeah, it's funk, and, you know, me mixing hip hop with rock, and Payback, and also the band doing cover songs like Flashlight, and just bringing like the real raw music to the live show, really. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those kind of situations where you'll get a chance to hear some of my new music, some, you know, that you grew up listening to, loving, you know what I mean? Just to kind of give you a example of what a live show's supposed to be like when you got a band, you know, and a rap artist with with a hell of a rap flow, you know?
So there still is a respect for musicians in rap music.
Absolutely. On this side, definitely.
Because, I mean, that's all you hear in a lot of rap is very, minuscule, little bleeps and bloops, like some of these guys don't even have any, musical ability, really.
So much stuff is available on the internet, so you have so many different fake producers and people who don't respect music, like I said, when we're talking about longevity in our lives, we're talking about these publishing checks and these royalties. You know what I mean? How can we be a part of different projects that'll give us the leverage that we want, you know what I mean, and still keep control? But a lot of artists are rapping over other people's beats, so you'll never make money like that. You know what I mean?
We just talked about that, too, on the break. That now everybody's sampling the stuff that you guys did.
Exactly, and I'm thinking about it right now while I'm from the West Coast, and and Snoop and them do New York, and everybody is not thinking the same thing, but a hit is a hit, and when you sample from a hit and you make you some noise with yours, that's when you really being clever with music. So shout out to the West, even for bringing out something that was probably supposed to be looked at as a negative thing, but I look at it like this. A lot of people were sampled because they were great artists, and you wouldn't hear a lot of these artists right now if they weren't sampled some of the great artists that they did sample, because their original music would never make it.
Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, well, if there is any original music coming out of them, everybody loves their mixtapes nowadays. Let's rap over some industry shit or something.
Well, I got a mixtape too, but really my mixtape is like 15 songs of original songs. Probably one song on there is a mixtape actual track. That's 50 Cent's track, but I killed it so much you probably wouldn't even know 50 songs from it. You know what I'm saying? So
some can do that. Some can kill a track, and obviously make it sound good.
Yeah, but DJ Untouchables out of New York, they put together this mixtape for me. I don't. It's not a waste of time because your fans do want to hear your mixtape. So I'm thankful that the Untouchables put the mixtape together for me, and it's ready. It's called Queen of the Throne, and it's 15 songs of songs that they love that I did, even some R&B stuff that I put together. Like people hear me singing for the first time on my mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, which by the way, that reminds me. Raheem did a little R&B too. For those who don't know.
Yes, I do. I mean, he plays.
I know you do. But those out there may not know. He was actually on the Juice soundtrack.
Yes, I do.
That's funny. I heard that for the first time today, because I'll be honest, when I had the Juice soundtrack, I wanted to hear Rakim, I wanted to hear Daddy Kane, I wanted to hear Pooh Man, Too Short. I wasn't really tripping off the R&B tracks. I was kind of fast forwarding through them. So, so it wasn't until now that I was like, oh shit, that was on Juice?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Many people aren't aware that I was like the rap artist I was basically the first MC to sing and rap. I mixed R&B and hip hop. I was the first one to do that. When I got signed to Soul Records and did that song, Does Your Man Know About Me, on the Juice soundtrack, I was not even desirous of signing a record deal at the time. I was sitting in a restaurant minding my business, having dinner with a friend, and Hank Shockley, producer of
the Bomb Squad. Yeah, that's
Enemy, walks in the restaurant and sees me and was like, yo, Raheem, I know you still sing. I'm like, yeah, I sing. He's like, yo, you want to be the first R&B artist on my label? And I was like, not really. Like, I really didn't want to do R&B, and he's like, yo, listen, we'll set you up good, whatever. We'll make it worth your while. And so basically they made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. So I wound up doing an R&B album for Soul Records that was distributed through MCA/Universal at the time. And the song on the Juice soundtrack, Does Your Man Know About Me, was basically the first song. It wasn't off of that album, but I definitely did it in association with the album that I recorded for them. But then shortly thereafter, Soul Records folded because Hank Shockley and his partner Bill Stephanie they broke up. You know, they disbanded partnership, and so they didn't want to continue working the label anymore. So I
Well, you know, there were other rappers that were doing singing, like the Boogie Boys did some R&B tracks on their shit.
yeah, no,
UTFO.
yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about prior to hip hop getting embraced by the music industry. I was doing it then at our jams in the '70s. So that's what I'm talking about. And then the first song that I sung on of ours was a song that we did called "Flash to the Beat" when we were signed to Sugar Hill Records.
Wow. Man, history. Well, you know what? I want to jump into this last track, this Miss Toy track called Summertime Love.
Yeah.
So I want to jump into this real quick, and we'll come back and we'll say goodbye to you guys and all the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Summertime love, California grind. Yeah. Everybody love the sunshine. It's your girl, Miss Toy. My boy, Speak Low. Ready to drop it like this. Let's go. Summertime just got started. New bikini body like pow. Everywhere I go, I plan to shut it down. Me and my whole crew love to bring the heat. Watch how we take the beach just like the new freak neat. Ooh, quick peek. Oh no, kill 'em please. Summertime buzzing with all this here fresh meat. Now watch me rock the party. Something like lottie dottie dot. And don't cause trouble and don't bother nobody. Make sure we have a good day in Southern Cali. Wanna take a dip in the pool? We do it my way. Just let your hair down. Gone girl, have some fun. Let them boys mess it up. Then they can't go get it done. Then later on, we can cruise around the way. My life, sunshine every day. California highways. Then what they gonna say? Wishing they was on the West Coast so they can hide away. Hit the town and we on our way. Enjoy this beautiful day. Summertime love, California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Hit the town and we on our way. Gotta go enjoy this beautiful day. Summertime love, California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
When you hit the gossip block to blogging, block party rocking. The number that showed up was a whopping. Models like a model watching. Black and Czechoslovakian rats, gecko and possum, they all for riding. I walked and bopping, collar popping, hair nappy, feeling like apartment carpet hydraulics hopping. Grinding to it, slip locking, spit swapping later on is getting kind of travel lodging. Yeah, street farmers dollar clocking. Got what you need, weed, crack the IT cotton. Step on your sneaks, you gotta clock them, not an option. It's just the consequences for being out of Live it up, liquor up, drink lots of toxins. Mix it up, different cup, that's my concoction. Pour out some for the homies not forgotten. A moment of silence, that's why I am pausing.
Hit the town and we on our way. Enjoy this beautiful day. Summertime love, California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Hit the town and we on our way. Gotta go enjoy this beautiful day. This beautiful day. California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Hit the town and we on our way. Gotta go enjoy this beautiful day. Summertime love, California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Loves the sunshine. The town and we on our way. Gotta go enjoy this beautiful day. Summertime love, California grind. Everybody loves the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
And of course, you hear the little Parliament sample back there. Everybody loves the sunshine. Little summertime cruising track.
Roar airs. Yeah, I came out here and shot the video out in here in Vegas.
Oh wow! I hope it wasn't 120 out here. Wasn't one of those days.
Yeah, it was a hot day, but Speak Low, he's from here and he lives in St. Louis. And when we did the song together, he just was like, I gotta shoot the video. So he was like, if you can come to Vegas, then I'm gonna get everybody together, his whole crew. And I was just like, working with people, sometimes you don't expect people to try to reach out to make stuff happen, like videos, and you know what I'm saying? So when you get to work with people like that, you just make it happen. So I didn't care if it was 120, really, because I was shocked and amazed that my team want to really put this stuff together. So the video is on YouTube if you guys want to check it out.
Oh, Okay, all right. Well, what about the album? Let's hear where we can get the album and all the good stuff, man.
You could get the album directly from me, the hard copy, or you can go online. CD Baby has it, iTunes, Amazon. It's available online everywhere. But if you want to get it from me, you can PayPal me, paypal.com, and hit flymisstoy@yahoo.com and send $12.50 if you're in the U.S., send $22.50 if you're overseas, and I'll ship you your CD straight to your door. And I see I got to leave y'all CD here, so when I leave that, Raheem can come and bring them to you.
Yes. Raheem could pop by the station here at some point.
And we want our sign. You know that, right?
Yeah, you're going to sign it, right?
I know. That's why. I have them here for you guys. So, I mean, I will leave them so that Raheem can come and bring them to you.
Cool.
And that would be kind of great that you guys can, meet.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And it's Miss Toy. The album is called I'm a Warrior Part 2.
Part 2, is available now. Both of them are available on CD Baby. Part 3 will be available soon, probably like around May, and that's when you'll get a chance to hear me and Raheem. But I'll actually send you the single before I drop Part 3 because you guys, I love you guys so much, and I know you guys will support our music.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Damn right.
Like we told you before, keep us up on what you're working on and, what projects and whatnot. So, and any last minute, shouts out you guys want to give?
Shout out to my whole Go Squad, you know what I'm saying, for Stoners Only, everybody in LA that pushes a hard line for me, everybody that's on my album, my producers, and all my features, my homegirl Cliche, which is my little sis, for making sure that I was able to press things up. Shout out to my babe Raheem, for having my back and just doing an interview with me off top because you guys are on some exclusive shit tonight.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hear a lot about this interview tomorrow. So
did you just say for Stoners Only?
Yeah, for Stoners Only. My people that's online
Well, somebody, you guys, I hear you guys running back hitting the fucking weed or something. Somebody's back there coughing.
Oh, be quiet. Stop saying stuff. You know what I mean? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no alcoholics over here.
He's got that cold going around in Vegas.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's good to follow you everywhere. Raheem is gonna tell y'all where y'all can find him on Facebook.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Facebook.com/Raheem RAHIEM and the number 5. And Twitter, Raheem_Furious, the number 5. You should look out for a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame project that I have that will be released in the next, I'd say, 2-3 months. All of the artists, the hip-hop artists who have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, along with myself, are working on a project. So that's me, Chuck D from Public Enemy, DMC, Run DMC, and my brother, the Kid Creole from the Furious 5. So we're working on a Hall of Famers project that will be released very soon.
It's a compilation album, is that?
Yeah. We're all recording together, so that's exactly what it is.
All right.
We'll be touring together as well.
Hey Raheem, I just sent you a friend request already, so look for George Carson.
I was gonna say I sent you a friend request earlier today, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't been on Facebook
He
or
haven't had
Twitter.
time to be on Facebook.
And meanwhile, hey, wait, I gotta say one more thing. I've been hearing like little sucking sounds while he's been talking. Are you polishing him off while he's giving his shouts out? Is that what's going on there?
I was kissing his neck while he was talking.
I figured we were either kissing his neck or sucking his dick. I don't know.
I was trying to distract him like he did me.
Oh, so he was doing it to you too, huh?
He has a problem.
Oh, wow. Man. Well, we'd like to thank you guys for spending 2 hours with our fucked up asses.
Yeah, totally cool. Great interview, guys.
And this will be up soon. And, of course, you guys, like I said, Raheem, once you add me, I will post this on your wall. And, Toy, you know the business. I'll post it on your shit, too.
Toy, we're already friends. But, Raheem, if you add me in, the minute it goes up, what I'll do is I'll share it over to your page, too.
Okay.
You got it.
He'll be on there. I love you guys. I'm gonna leave the album with Raheem so he can bring it to you guys when he get a chance. And
Big hugs. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. And we love you too. And hey, Happy New Year. Hope for plenty more success and keep us up on what's happening.
Oh, we
All right.
sure will.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And the rest of you fuckers, we'll see you on Monday, bitches. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I was GJ Jerkman, but I'm going the hell home.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
Jimmy Black is the shit that irks me. Activity Productions, yeah, is the shit that irks me. Is the shit